it's Kayla. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be mood reading for a week. I have been in a bit of a funk. I had a couple, I had a not good book at all. And then I had a couple of okay books afterwards. And you know, like when you read multiple books in a row that are just kind of meh, it tends to just kind of put you down for reading, and you don't really want to read too much. So that's where we're at. And usually I have a relatively strict TBR, so like I have a specific order of books that I want to read so that some don't sit too long. But my TBR is very short right now. So I have the luxury of essentially reading whatever I want. I can mood read to an extent. So that is what we're going to be doing for the week. I did mean to film this video yesterday, or the intro yesterday, but I got busy. So yeah, I technically started yesterday. Today is what? Friday. So I started Thursday. This is where we're starting. If it'll autofocus. Come on. Focus. So this is what I'm reading. It's called It's Raining Men by Dani Galliero. It's number 2 in her Nature of Love series, but I didn't even read one. I don't know what one's about. I don't know what it is. I just know I was scrolling through Kindle Unlimited and it was like, here, oh, there's a cat cameo. It's Amelia. I don't think you've actually seen her on the channel yet. Well, I think there's a picture of her on my YouTube banner, but not actually of her in the library. But, yeah, that's where we're starting. I'm a fan of Twister, the original, and Twisters, number 2. And this is a Storm Chaser one. It's just a girl in her 30s running a town. She's the mayor, a small town, and it gets hit by a bunch of really bad tornadoes. So these 3 guys who are, they're like meteorologists, show up to get data on the storms, and she decides she wants to go with them because she's like, I'm the mayor of the town, so I want to be there up front in person for all this badness that's about to wreak havoc on my town. So she goes with the boys and helps them out, and she's like their navigator. And yeah, so the 3 guys kind of have a thing, but 2 of the guys, so we have Colin and Garrett, they're a thing. But then we also have Wyatt, who just likes, like, he engages with them in bedroom activities sometimes, but that's not really his thing. And then our main girl is Iris. Wyatt mainly likes Iris. He's mainly going that way. And that's our dynamic. So yeah, I haven't finished it yet. I've got like 30 to 45 minutes left of it. So probably tomorrow I will talk about it in my update. And then afterwards, as of right now, my mood is saying I want to start the Mind F, because of YouTube censorship, Mind F series. I will put a picture of it over there. That's what I want to start next. But again, we're mood reading. We're seeing where we want to go. So when I finish this, that might not be the vibe anymore, but we'll find out. So yeah, I will chit chat with you tomorrow about where I'm at. Bye. Hi, it's the next day. It is, Saturday. I don't even know. Let's see. When I checked in last night, I had read, I'm going to pull up my Goodreads so I can get an idea of what was rocking. There are cats there angry that they're not in here. It's okay. They'll be okay. Where I left off last night, I had not finished It's Raining Men, I do believe. And yeah, I finished that. I gave it a 5, I think. I'm pretty sure it was a 5. Hold on. Goodreads, show me my ratings. I gave it a 5-star. I really liked it. It was super cute. Good, kind-hearted. Yeah, it was great. I'll go into more detail about my opinions on the books at the end of the video. So for now, it was a 5 stars, and I loved it. Since then, I have also been busy. I read the first book in the Mind F series, because, you know, YouTube doesn't like swearing, called The Risk. And then I had seen a TikTok, and then I had realized it this morning while at work. You can, well, no, I guess it was a few days ago, but then I remembered again at work, on Kindle, like the Kindle app. Anyways, I was using my phone when I did this. You can set it to text to speech and have the book read to you in the generic robot lady voice. And I was like, perfect. So I listened to book 2, Sidetracked, and book 3, Scarlet Angel, of the Mind F series at work today. Woo! Which is absolutely insane. And so now I'm actually on book 4, All the Lies. I got about 34% of that through at work because they're all really short, so it didn't take long to get through them, and I listened at a really fast speed. So I think, and then I just got back from Barnes & Noble, and I read there for like an hour. So I'm like 60-something% through that one, so I'm almost done. So hopefully by the end of today, I'll have the Mind F series done, which is great. Yeah, I'm cruising through those. I'm having a good, right now, since I'm mood reading, what is scratching my itch for my brain is Criminal Minds inspired romances, and that's kind of what these are. So that's why following this, if that is still scratching my itch, once I get done with book 5, I plan to read, it's called Ranger. It's in a standalone romance series. Like, you know, each book is a different couple. You don't have to read them in order, but they take place in the same universe. I'm thinking about reading one of those. I have heard the author themselves say if you like, what's it called? Criminal Minds, then you would really like their series. And each main guy for each book is based off of a different character on the Criminal Minds team. And so I'm going to read Ranger. Let's see if it'll... Ooh, okay. So today it's going to focus. This one's based off of Spencer Reid. Who doesn't love Spencer Reid, right? So, yeah, we're gonna keep scratching that itch and read that. And then after that, we'll go from there. Ideally, if that train is still cruising with like Criminal Minds, FBI kind of thing, I'll start the Naturals. I do have book 1. I was planning to read it next month, but it's fitting into my mood right now. So I'll just go ahead and keep on flowing into the Naturals. And if not, I don't know. Because again, we are flowing with the moods because I was trying to get out of a funk, which I'm 100% out of it. I am cruising, I'm ready. But I'm still only going to stick with specific books that I really want to read, like that are hitting the right spots in the brain, so that we don't go back into that slump. Or it wasn't a slump, it was a funk. I wouldn't consider it a slump. But yeah, that's where we're at. So much reading has happened. And yeah, I will check in tomorrow about how far I'm at and what I am reading. See you tomorrow. Hi, welcome. It is Monday. So I didn't update yesterday because today is the 18th of November and it's my husband and I's anniversary. But he works today. So yesterday, the 17th, is when we celebrated. So I did not update yesterday. Him and I were just hanging out all day. But today, I will chit chat about what I've read so far. I want to say the last time I'm looking at Goodreads. That's why I'm looking down. I would like to say the last time I updated, I was on the 4th Mind F series book. And I have finished that whole series now. Those are all done. I gave book 4 a 5-star, and I gave book 5 a 4. I give them all 5s except for the last book. And I'll go into more detail later at the end of the video when I talk about everything I read. But I definitely felt like 5 probably could have been blended into the previous book. Like, it didn't need... I get it, but I also personally, as a preference, just would have preferred it to not be at, like, there. Like, it... I know it was short. It was still short like the other one, so it's not like it was like, oh my gosh, this was, like, super, super long and crazy. I think it could have been blended into the previous book, what happened in there. And then I started Ranger. I know I remember saying that this was what I wanted to read after these, but I did start it. Let's see if it'll focus. Yeah, I did start Ranger. Actually, this would be a great chance to show off my accessories real quick, so I can, while I show you how much. My new Kindle back came in, so this is just a piece of cardstock with a bunch of like pre-designed stickers on it. Those came in earlier this week. I was so excited. And I bought this yesterday at Barnes & Noble. It's a Sherpa blanket, but it also has buttons, so you can either use it as a blanket or you can wear it as like a blanket shawl. And I love this thing. It's so nice. It's so warm. I bought this yesterday, so I love this. Anyways, yeah, those were my 2 new accessories for reading. I'm obsessed with the Wicked musical. I'm going on Thursday. I'm so excited. I am 21% through the book, so I have so much fun. Oh my goodness. The last time I remember like smiling and giggling this much in a book was probably a hot minute ago. Like, I've read like a lot of books that I like, but this book is genuinely so great. Like, I picked it because I had heard a while back on TikTok, the series had been talked about that it's from, about how each book is a different guy. So there's 4 brothers and each book is about a different brother. But each brother is also based off of a Criminal Minds member. And I was like, oh, that's so fun. And I love Criminal Minds. I'm actually, because of the Mind F series and this book and The Naturals that I'm probably going to read after this, I'm going to start rewatching it. And my favorite person is Spencer Reid. He is my favorite boy from my favorite guy. And so she does have one. So that's the only one I'm going to read in this series, is the Spencer Reid one. But she nailed it. This author nailed Spencer Reid. Like, this is just, if I was sitting in a room with that character, this is how he would behave. It's so great. It's so great. I was telling my husband yesterday, I was like, I love pretty much all romance books, but usually they're like an outgoing extrovert. They're either like super like broody and charming, or they're like a golden retriever puppy, just like woo 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 woo, I'm super excited to talk and chit chat and be everywhere. But you don't very often see a nerdy introvert. So this is just I'm having so much fun with this one, so I'm very excited. I don't know. I don't think I will finish it today. I have like 5 hours and 30 minutes left, and I do have some stuff I have to do today. So I might not finish it today, but I'm going to get as close as I can. Hopefully finish it tomorrow. But yeah, that is my status, and I will chit-chat tomorrow about where I'm at. Bye! Kayla, got my wrap. Today is Tuesday. Let's see, I think where I left off, I was reading Ranger. I'll put it over there, because I don't want to dig out, well, I've got my phone, I just don't want to pull up a picture of it because I'm reading it on my Kindle. I think last night I was saying how I wanted to get to like have 2 hours left, so I wanted to read 3 hours. And so I only have 2 hours left. I ended up having 4 hours left. I was really tired by the time I got to read last night. But I've been using Amazon's text-to-speech function to make my books audiobooks if they don't, like, because I don't have Audible or anything like that. So I've been doing that at work to get audiobooks, essentially. So I ended up doing that at work today, and I finished it. Oh! It was so good. I remember talking yesterday how, like, I haven't, like, had a book where I was, like, you know, kicking my feet and giggling and laughing so much, and I was, luckily for me, because my early morning job is a stocking job, so I don't really talk to people much, and my section of the store is, like, farther away from everybody else, so I'm really just got, like, this big section all by myself. And so I was just having a ball talking to myself and giggling about what was going on in this book, and it was just, if you like Spencer Reid from Criminal Minds and you want to read a romance, this is it. This is it. And I was so happy, and just like watching him like fumble over himself while he and she's like all of his first. It was an experience. It was beautiful. I had a blast. It was 5 stars. 100% hands down. 5 stars, ladies and gentlemen. My eye has been itching all day. It's driving me insane. So yeah, now that I'm done with that, like I said, I did not want to read the rest of them because I don't, I was only interested in, the Ranger book, the one for Spencer Reed. So I don't really, particularly wish to read the other ones. They could be good. They probably are if I liked the writing style of the author this much for this one. But we're mood reading. We're doing what I want. And that's not really what I want to do. So, will I come back to them in the future? I can't promise anything. But what I can tell you is what I'm starting now is The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I have read The Inheritance Game. And I did really like them. I personally thought, though, that The Inheritance Game, like, each book and the series got not as good. So, like, the first one was really good, and then, like, they kind of fell flat. But it wasn't necessarily because of writing style. I really like the writing style. I just think it couldn't one-up itself. Because it's, like, it's a puzzle book in the sense that, like, they're solving puzzles. And after the first one, it's just kind of, like, the puzzles in book 2 and 3 just kind of fell flat. But as, like, a writing style-wise, I still really, really liked it. And I've heard really good things about this one. And on top of that, this is like a YA of Criminal Minds. So, of course, I'm pretty much in a Criminal Minds mood right now. So, why not keep this train rolling? I actually have so much faith in this book that I bought with my allowance, because I'm on a allowance book buying thing. So, it's not a ban anymore, but I can only buy books with allowance that I get every week to make sure I don't go spending like crazy. Let me just, I didn't floof out my collar. No, I didn't. Okay. Yeah, so I used some of my allowance last week to buy the other 3 of these, because there's 4 of them in total, because I was just so, I believe I'm gonna like this. How many pages are even, oh my, what? Are there 2 blurbs? Okay. Blurb 308. Oh, that's not even bad. And it's pretty big text, too. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'll just show, like, page 1. Like, you know, it's pretty big text. So, that shouldn't take me too long at all. I predict to be done with this. I'm starting it today, so for sure by Thursday when I wrap up this video. But I'm kind of busy tomorrow, and I'm also busy Thursday. So, I don't know how much reading. I mean, I should get more reading time tomorrow, Wednesday, than I'm going to get Thursday. But I still think I should be able to finish this by Thursday for the wrap-up of this video. But yeah. And then I have the rest of the books in that series that I'm probably going to keep rolling with once I'm done with that. And then later this week, I'm going to actually watch Criminal Minds. No, not for the first time. It has been a while. But I don't have any of the streaming platforms that Criminal Minds is on right now. And I don't own them on DVD. And I still haven't used my free trial for Paramount Plus, which is one of the few places it's on right now. So I'm going to get that, I think, like on Saturday and just watch a lot of it over the weekend to use up my trial. And then I'm hoping for Christmas to get, like, you know, like you can buy like the complete series on DVD. I'm hoping to get the Criminal Minds on DVD because I do really, really like it. I used to watch it a lot when it first was airing. So that is where we're at. That's what I've read. Yeah, hopefully I'm able to get an update in tomorrow to see how far I'm at in this book and what I'm thinking. I really hope so because, like I said, I've got like 2 car appointments tomorrow, and then I'm going to go see the Wicked movie on Thursday. So, busy bee. So I'm really hoping I can squeeze in one more update before I have to wrap up and talk about everything I've read in the week. But, I don't know what life will bring me, so we'll see. But that is where I'm at today. So I will check back in when I check back in. Bye! Bye! welcome. It is Thursday. Yes. No. No. It's Wednesday. Ooh. I've been busy. And I'm very busy today. And I'm so very tired. But I'm here to update on the naturals. I was able to get to page 115, 120 last night. I'm loving this. So our main girl, Cassie, she was recruited by the FBI to join a bunch of other young adults to, they're called the Naturals, and they are essentially naturally gifted in different aspects. So like Cassie is really good at profiling, so she is just naturally able to look at a person's behavior and habits and tell you a lot, like everything about their lives from that, while other people would have to like take classes and study and all these fun things. She just knows it. She can just do it. And then you've got her teammates. We've got Dean, who is a profile like her. We have Michael, who is an emotional one. So he's an emotional profiler, so he can read people's emotions really well. We have Sloane. She's our numbers girl. She's really, really good at math. And we have Leah. Yes. Leah is our lie detector, our human lie detector. She can tell when people are lying, and that also makes her a really good liar as well. And that's our squad. That's who we've met. Right now she's training. So she had to go to the mall with Dean and an actual FBI agent who's not a natural but studied. They would go to the mall to just profile people. And now we're starting to work with like actual like current cases, or no, not current cases, I'm sorry, because their team, the Naturals team, are supposed to work on cold cases. What they're working on right now to train is cases that have already been solved, so that way the FBI can study them to see like if they get it right, because like obviously if they solve a cold case, you don't know how right they are, so they have them do cases that are already solved, so that way you can actually gauge how good they are and if they're able to complete their tasks. And then, once everybody passes, and I guess graduates from this school, they would go into real cold cases. So right now, we've moved on to, we're investigating past serial killers. They work with serial killers, crimes. And it's great. I love this author, just how she has short chapters. So it just really makes you feel like you're flying through it because you're like constantly going through chapters, as well as big font. Me and big font, we get along. So yeah, I'm having a blast, and I'm really looking forward to reading some more of this, finishing it, and definitely picking up the next one. So yeah, I'm having a blast. So I will update tomorrow with how far I get in it. And we'll see you then. Hi, it's Thursday morning. There goes my voice. I am here to wrap up mood reading for the week. So let's talk about everything I got through. We started with a novella called It's Raining Men. I'll put it over there. I gave it 5 stars. It was about a girl, or a woman, she's in her 30s, who was the mayor of a small town when these 3 men came in, who were tornado chasers, who got data for tornadoes, and her town was supposed to get hit by really big ones, and so, I have a cat that's very angry, sorry. And so they plowed into town, and she decided she wanted to go follow these tornadoes with them, so that way, since she was the mayor of the town, she'd be like there up front, like with them chasing these tornadoes. And so, yeah, and all along the way, so 2 of the guys are together, and then the other one, the 3rd guy, joins sometimes, but like that's not really his thing. He's just like sometimes there for like the emotional connection while they're out, but he really likes her, so it's kind of like 2 couples that sometimes play together. And so yeah, it was short because, like I said, it was a novella, but it was really nice, and I really, really liked it. Then I read all 5 of the Mind F series, so we're gonna hit these up in rapid succession and then talk about them as a whole. So I read book 1 for 5 stars, book 2 for 5 stars, book 3 for 5 stars, book 4 for 5 stars, and book 5 for 4 stars. So, as a whole, I'd give this series a 5 out of 5. The only reason I gave the 5th one a 4 was because I really think that could have just been dissolved into an earlier book, like the 4th book. I don't think, like, I do understand why it was there and what happened in it, but I also felt like at that point that book was dragging, and we really probably could have just put its plot into an earlier one, and we didn't need to drag it out as long as we did. But I still really liked it. If you don't know what the series is about, you have, oh wow, names. Lana, there we go, Lana Myers. She she runs like a shady business where she helps people trade stuff, but she like has to go out and authenticate what it is and authenticate the deals, but on the side she's a serial killer. That's her main gig, is she's a serial killer. She essentially has her own personal hit list for some people that wronged her in the past. So she does that, and she falls in love with our main guy, Logan, who is an FBI, like, homicide detective who chases serial killers. How fun is that? So yeah, this whole time is them falling in love with each other and forming a connection and a bond, while he's chasing her without knowing it's her, and she 100% knows it's him. So it's really fun. It's really good. I really recommend them. Even with the 5th book, in my opinion, being a drag and didn't quite needing to be there, like, not that what happened in it wasn't necessary, because I definitely wanted what happened in that book. I just feel like it could have been in the 4th book. But I would still highly recommend them. Next was Ranger from the Reynolds Protection. It's the last book. I gave it a 5-star. Oh, Ranger. I have not had, so this one wasn't even a novella. This was a proper book. It was like 356 pages. So this was a proper book. Oh my goodness. I haven't had so much fun reading a book, and I can't even remember. It's been that long. I was like laughing, I was giggling, I was kicking my feet. Hold on. So I was laughing and smiling and giggling and kicking my feet, like I said, and I was just so happy reading this book. I even listened to it. I don't have Audible or anything right now, because I've cut back on some of my subscription services to try to save a little bit of money for a bit. But Amazon lets you do books text to speech. So I've been listening to my audiobook, or my Kindle Unlimited books at work with text to speech. And so I listened to it at work, and luckily, I think I said this earlier in the video, but luckily where I work in my store, or in the store I work at, there's not a lot of people around me, so like I can, like, you know, interact with myself and talk about it while I'm working. And so I did that to finish it, and it was just, oh, it was so good. Ranger, so like this series, the author said each book is based off of a Criminal Minds team member, one of the boys, and this one is for Spencer Reid. And oh my goodness, she did it. She nailed it on the head. This was Spencer Reid. Our Ranger is our guy. He's super smart. He's super awkward. He encounters a lot at first, and he's not sure how to handle them. But he's also super sweet and super kind, and is always taking care of people. And I love it so much. And then our main girl is Sydney. She is a romance author from New York. She comes to Rangerstown, Wisdom, Wyoming, to get away because she had a bad breakup, and she translated that bad breakup into a book series she was writing, and her fans got really upset about it. So she got away because she was really tired of all the press and the negativity in New York. And she went to go take a little vacation there, and while there, finds out she has a stalker. So Ranger and his brothers own a like a protection agency. And so I was looking to see if that was in the title. It's called Reynolds Protective. I'm pretty sure that's like the name of the company, because the boys' last name is Reynolds. But yeah, they own like a protection company. So Ranger protects her and looks out for her while they try to figure out who her stalker is. And it's so good. I love it. I love it. It was such a good book, and all of the tense moments, the angsty moments were good and well timed and paced out, and I just 5 out of 5, 100%. If I didn't put it up already, I'm gonna put it up a second time because I loved it so much. 5 stars. And then lastly, I've got a physical one for this one. All those are on my Kindle. The Naturals. The first book in the Naturals series. I loved that. I love this as well. I gave it a 5. So sorry about this random ray of sunshine. There we go. I gave it a 5 star. It was really solid. It's a young adult, so obviously there wasn't really any spice. There was a couple of kisses, and we have started our love triangle. Just like in the Inheritance game, there's a love triangle in here between our main girl, Cassie, and then Michael and Dean. So, but Cassie, or I guess, so what the Naturals are is a group of kids, by kids I mean like teenagers, late teenagers, who are naturally gifted in profiling. So we have Cassie and Dean. They're very good at profiling people's behavior, so looking at patterns and how people behave to tell you anything and everything about somebody's life. Michael is good at emotions. He can read people's emotions and tell you things about them from that. We have Leah. She is a pathological liar and can tell when anybody and everybody is lying. And then you have Sloane, who's your mathematician. She's your numbers girly whose brain works 25 miles an hour. And I love how she's super chill until you give her coffee. And then apparently she's just vroom, 24/7, just off of it. It was hilarious. But yeah, that's the Naturals. They were each picked up by the FBI, an agent called Briggs, who created this little team. And essentially they're in a quote-unquote school. They're learning how to solve cold cases, because essentially what he wants them to be able to do is he wants them to be able to solve cold cases that were unsolved in the past, and then maybe eventually work their way towards actual live cases, but for now they're just being trained to be able to do cold cases. And so in this first book, Cassie is the newest member, so she comes in and she's learning while also bonding with the rest of the team and learning about everybody else. And then you find out, well, no, I feel like that would have been a spoiler. We're trying not to do that here. Essentially, I don't want to spoil, so how do I say this? I'm trying to talk more about the plot without spoiling. There is an active serial killer. There it is. And the 2 agents, Locke and Briggs, are working on catching them while you read this book. And throughout the book, you're going to get, let me find one early on. That wouldn't be a spoiler. You're going to get these pages that say you on it. Those are from the point of view of the killer. And I loved those. It's literally the killer talking and throughout it. And yeah, once our main characters find out that there is an active serial killer that the 2 agents that are teaching them can't figure it out, they are able to hack their way and sneak copies of the files and start helping to solve the case. Do they? Don't they? You gotta read it to find out, don't you? But I thought this was very good. Definitely, I already jumped the gun because I liked this author's writing, so I knew I was gonna like it. So I already have the other 3 in this series. But I'm probably not gonna start it today because I'm gonna go see Wicked later today, and I really want to actually watch Criminal Minds because I've been reading all these Criminal Minds like books, from the Mind F series to Ranger to now The Naturals, and I kind of want to watch Criminal Minds. So I'm probably gonna watch just Criminal Minds for the rest of the day after I edit this video. And watch Criminal Minds, and then I'll probably start the book tomorrow and just like alternate between reading and watching Criminal Minds, because these books have like small text and fast chapters, so I fly through these books very quickly, so I should be able to like read and watch Criminal Minds every day. So that is the goal, to do that until until further notice. But that was mood reading with me for a week. It looks like I was in a Criminal Minds mood the entire time, but that's great because I was in a bit of a funk. Not a slump, a funk. I wasn't in a full slump. In my opinion, a full slump is like at least a week of not reading anything because you just don't want to read. But I had multiple not good books in a row. Or at least I had a bad book, and then I had 2 books that they were good, but they weren't scratching an itch in my brain. So I really needed this week of only reading things that I was really, really feeling. And now I'm just like pumped and ready and reading super fast and getting into it. So was the video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you will subscribe, and I will see you again in my library next time.